What do you do when a coach yells at you during a game? That's the question I got in, and that's the question we're going to answer today in Ask 24/7 Hockey. I'm Zach, head coach here at 24/7 Hockey, and I got a question in about a player who's getting yelled at during the games, and it's really tough for him, one, to regain his confidence, regain his composure, and go out there and play consistently. Okay, so I want to address this issue for any time you're getting yelled at during a game, or even if a coach is just constantly talking to you in between shifts, okay? Because sometimes coaches can overcoach you, meaning that every time you make any little mistake, they're coming over, they're talking to you, and that's just overcoaching. It can be extremely frustrating as a player because you never feel like you can get that groove. You never feel like you're doing anything right. The coach is always coming down on you. Or if you just get screamed at or yelled at sometimes, that can be tough too. So wanted to address that complaint, and I wanted to address that issue and kind of let you guys know how you can handle this, how you can recover from this and still get in the flow and have a very good game. All right. So there's a couple key components here that we need to think about. So one, the first thing to think about is, are you making the same mistake over and over and over again, right? If you're making the same mistake over and over and over again, and the coach is telling you the same thing over and over, that can be extremely frustrating for a coach, all right? So you need to figure out, you need to be more coachable if you're making the same mistake over and over again, and that's your fault. You need to work on it in practice. You need to study game film. You need to work on it off the ice so that you're not making that mistake over and over and over again, all right? Now, sometimes a coach might yell at you for making a stupid mistake once in a while, but they're just going to scream at you, okay? So anytime a coach talks to you during a game when you're on the bench, okay? It doesn't matter if they're screaming at you. It doesn't matter if they're just talking to you and they have a whiteboard in front of you or what. Even if you're frustrated, if you're annoyed, even if you know you made the mistake, okay? Do not interrupt the coach. Do not say, oh, I know I made the mistake. I know, I get it, all right? Do not look away or look down, all right? Look at the coach. Turn around. If they're behind you talking to you, turn around and look at that coach in the eye, okay? Shake your head, be engaged, all right? Body language is extremely important. Now, here's why I'm explaining this to you, okay? You might think this is stupid, you might not like your coach, whatever, but you have to get in these habits, because if you want to play hockey at a higher and higher level, being coachable is extremely important. Being coachable is extremely important to coaches, okay? And so if you always have the habit of looking down in the way, even if it's just because you don't like your coach, that's going to happen, and you're going to build that habit when you even are working with coaches that you do like, and they're going to go, why isn't he paying attention? Even if you're listening, even if the way you listen is to not look directly at the coach and you're listening, you're engaged, it doesn't matter, because your body language is everything. The coach doesn't think you're listening if you're not making eye contact. So turn around, make eye contact, shake your head, say, yes, coach, I got it. Even if you're frustrated, even if you already know you made the mistake, even if you don't even think you screwed up. Okay, coach, I got it. That is not the time to argue with the coach. That is not the time to stare down and to pout and do all those things, all right? Engage. Make eye contact, nod your head like you get it, and then tell them you got it and tell them you're going to do it, all right? I got this. I'm going to go do it next time, okay? Thanks. And that's really, really important. And then if you want to follow that up even more, go do it on the ice. Go do what the coach is telling you, okay? At this point, it doesn't matter if you think the coach is right. It doesn't matter if you think the coach is wrong. You're going to have a whole lot of coaches in your hockey career. You're going to have to learn to deal with coaches that coach different styles, coaches that maybe say certain things that you don't agree with, and you need to be coachable, okay? Even if you may not think it's right now in this season, you need to do that because that's what the coach is telling you to do, okay? This is extremely important if you want to play at higher levels, because as you move up to further and further levels, and you're trying out for different teams, or you're making teams at higher and higher levels where maybe there's a lot of players competing for playing time. There's a lot of players competing for spots on those teams. You have to understand that it's those little things that can make all the difference in the world. If you're not coachable, if the coach doesn't perceive you as being coachable, if they think you're never looking him in the eye and you're not listening to him in practice and in games, that makes a huge difference, okay? So this is how you handle if a coach is yelling at you. And what's going to happen is your attitude's going to change. Okay? If you're looking at the coach in the eye and you have more enthusiasm about it, yeah, coach, I got it. Now your attitude changes and now you have a little bit of momentum going into your next shift versus pouting, looking down, looking away, telling the coach you already got it. Now he's going to yell at you and be more pissed off, tell you to pay attention. Now you're going to get more pissed off, okay? And then that's just a downward spiral. You're going to lose all your momentum. You're going to hate hockey, okay? So the best thing that you can do is make eye contact, nod your head, be engaged no matter what the situation, no matter if you even know you made the mistake or not. A lot of times you're going to come to the bench and you're going to know you screwed up. You're going to know the coach is going to talk to you. That does not matter, okay? Be engaged. Be a good teammate, okay? Be a coachable player. Those are extremely important habits to have no matter what the situation, because that's going to carry with you. And pretty soon when you end up on teams that you do like or a coach that you do respect or whatever, and even if you respect the coach that you have now, okay, sometimes it's just that habit to look away. It's that habit to talk back, okay? Get out of that habit. Because as you get up to higher and higher levels, that'll get you off of a team, no problem. All right, there's too many good players that are going to listen, that are going to pay attention, that are going to absorb that information like a sponge, go out there and do it. And those are the players that coaches want to be working with on a regular basis. All right? So hopefully this helps you. Remember, you can go to freehockeyworkout.com, freehockeyworkout.com, where I give more tips. I give you a free, intense hockey workout program. And you'll be getting ongoing hockey training, hockey education from me, learning how to train and play like an elite hockey player. That's freehockeyworkout.com. If you have any more questions for me, leave them in the comments below or email me directly. I look forward to helping you become a better hockey player. I'm Zach. Thanks for watching.